Let us continue with lesson 3, that is the girl who knew everything. Now we were talking about Matilda, who is a little girl and who is too much eager to learn. Okay, so now let us continue with page 30 and 31. That is correct, Miss Honey said. And do you happen to know what that particular type of poetry is called? We are talking about poems. We are talking about a poem of 5 lines. Okay, now it is called a limerick. Who said this answer? Matilda said this answer. That's a lovely one. It's so funny. Now what is a limerick? It is a humorous poem of 5 lines which you can read for fun, for enjoyment. Okay. Now it's a famous one, Miss Honey said. Picking up the book and returning to her table, she returned. A witty limerick is very hard to write. Actually here witty means clever. If you want to write a very, you can say, a very clever limerick, you can say, a poem, you really need little intelligence. Okay, they look easy but they most certainly are not. These poems look easy but they also have some meaning. I know, Matilda said, I have tried quite a few times but mine are never any good. She said that she also tried some but they were not so good. Can we expect from a 5.5 years old girl to write a limerick? You have you? Miss Honey said, more startled than ever. She was very surprised that such a small girl will write a limerick, will write a poem. Well, Matilda, I would very much like to hear one of these limericks you say you have written. Now Miss Honey wanted to hear one. Could you try to remember one for us? She said, please tell one. That whatever you know, you please say us one at least. Well, Matilda said, hesitating. She was not actually sure or confident, but she said, I have actually been trying to make up one about you. She said to the teacher that, Miss, I was actually trying to make up one limerick about you, Miss Honey, while we have been sitting here. She said, when we were sitting, you were taking the class, I was making a limerick about you. About me? Miss was very surprised. Miss Honey cried. She was very excited. She means when cried actually means to say something very loudly. Okay. Here the meaning is, well, we have certainly got to hear that one, haven't we? Now she said that in front of the class, please say, I don't think I want to say it, Miss Honey. Please tell it. Miss Honey said, I promise I won't mind. Miss said that whatever you say, she was actually very excited. Whatever limerick you will say, whatever poem you will say, I'll really appreciate. Actually, this was the meaning. I think you will, Miss Honey, because I have to use your first name to make things rhyme, and that's why I don't want to say it. What she said? That Miss, I want to use your first name. Now, we don't know what her first name is. Do we know? Because here what you are studying is Miss Honey. What you are learning from this story. The teacher's name was Miss Honey. How do you know my first name? Miss Honey asked. That how do you know? Nobody knows here. I heard another teacher calling you by just before we came in. She heard. Matilda heard. She called you Jenny. What she called? Jenny. And then her name was Miss Jenny Honey. Okay? I insist upon hearing this limerick. Miss Honey said, smiling, one of her rare smiles. Stand up and recite it. Now, rare smile means that smile you always, what you smile, that is not your rare smile. Sometimes you smile. Okay? That is in a different way. That is your rare smile. Now, that happens very often. Reluctantly, Matilda stood up and very slowly, very nervously, she recited her limerick. Okay, she was very nervous. Actually here, reluctantly means she was feeling very nervous. Matilda stood up and very slowly, in a very, you can say, in an anxious or in an apprehensive manner, she started reciting. She started saying, okay, loudly. What is the recited means? To say loudly in front of the whole class. The thing we all about Jenny. She is saying, is surely there cannot be many. See her teacher, she is saying. The thing we all ask about Jenny is surely there cannot be many young girls in the place with so lovely a face. The answer to that is not any. Here you see she is appreciating the teacher also and telling about her also. Please try to understand. The whole of Miss Honey's pale and pleasant face. What happened to Miss Honey now? Can she now, what can you say? That now she is realizing how smart this girl is, how intelligent this girl is, who can make a limerick about her teacher. The whole of Miss Honey's pale and pleasant face. Here the meaning is, pale you can say here, unimpressive. The face became very unimpressive. And pleasant face. Pleasant you can say, a sense of satisfaction when you are very happy, a pleasant face you show. So Miss Honey's pale and pleasant face blushed a brilliant scarlet. That means became red because of shyness. Okay. Then once again she smiled. It was a much broader one this time, a smile of pure pleasure. What happened? Then once again she smiled. The teacher smiled. Okay. It was much broader. This one, a pleasant smile, a sense of satisfaction was there in her smile. It was much broader one this time, a smile of pure pleasure, a feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment was there in her teacher's face. Okay. Teacher also recognized her talent, her ability. Okay children, please read through this lesson, that is The Girl Who Knew Everything. In my next class, I shall give you some meanings and discuss the exercises. Thank you very much.